In this week's video, we're going to explore brand narratives and how brand narratives bring meaning to your past, focus to your present, and direction for your future. And stick around to the end where we've got 3 questions that you can use to help you make your own. Now let's dive in. When most teams start building a brand, they usually begin with the basics. A logo, a color palette, a tagline. And it all looks great, polished, consistent, professional. But after a few months, something starts to feel off. The social posts don't sound like the website. The campaigns look good, but they don't really mean anything. It's like everyone's reading from a different script.
I lost. Wait a minute, I'm not supposed to lose. Let me see the script.
And that's usually when someone asks the question, what's our story again? Every brand wants to connect, to be understood, recognized, and remembered. But connection doesn't come from visuals alone. It comes from meaning. What people really want to know isn't just what you do, but why you do it and where you're going next. That's the power of brand narrative. It's not a tagline or a slogan. It's the through line that connects everything you do. The problem is, most brands mistake storytelling for their campaigns. They'll launch a story every season, a new message, a new theme, a new angle, without realizing they've lost the bigger thread. Without that narrative spine, every good creative work floats away. It might capture attention for a moment, but it doesn't build anything that lasts. Let's look at a brand that gets this right, Patagonia. When Patagonia began, they weren't trying to be a lifestyle brand, they just wanted to make better climbing gear. But as they grew, they realized their audience cared about more than just performance. They cared about the planet itself. And Patagonia's story became about protecting the places we love.
I think the why of what we're in business, the why is a really big deal.
You timed that perfectly.
That's what I'm talking about. And that's why we have this whole hall just decorated in what we've been doing. In 2022, Yvonne pretty much gave away the company. So now every profit that we make that isn't reinvested into the business then gets given away to NGOs, to nonprofits, to groups working to save public lands, help ocean restoration.
If you're enjoying this and want to learn more about how brands build meaning and connection, consider subscribing. It really helps the channel grow and it means you won't miss the next video. That commitment obviously created challenges. Ethical production costs more, and growth can contradict sustainability. But instead of ignoring that tension, Patagonia made it part of their story. Their narrative isn't about being perfect. It's about trying to do business differently. And that clarity gave every action direction. They're repairing old jackets to donating profits to the environment. Every decision became a chapter in the same story. And that's why their message feels so authentic. Because it's not a campaign, it's a journey. And the same goes for organizations like Nike. For decades, they've told one story, the pursuit of human potential. Every new athlete, every new technology, every advert, all of it feeds into that same narrative. When I look back at what we spoke about earlier, the one where everything felt disconnected, I realized the problem wasn't creativity. It was direction. Once we defined the narrative, why the brand existed, the change it wanted to make, everything else started to fall into place. The visuals, the messaging, even the tone of voice suddenly has a purpose. Because once you know your narrative, you stop reinventing yourself with every new campaign and start building something that lasts. A brand narrative gives meaning to your past, focus to your present, and direction to your future. So if you're working on a brand, ask yourself these questions. What journey are we on? What tension drives us forward? And how can every part of what we do tell that story? Because a great brand doesn't just say what it stands for, it shows it over time. Thanks for watching. Do consider subscribing and giving us the thumbs up if you like this video. We'll be back in a couple of weeks. See you next time.